Hey everybody, how are you guys doing? Salam alaikum. Welcome to another conversation over coffee. This time I finished my chai. So I'll go to this. Quick introductions. My name is Yusra Ishaq. I'm a health and fitness behavior change coach. I work with amazing women from all over the world, helping them achieve their health and fitness goals. I call them athletes because they are, right? being a busy mom, running a business, running a home, looking after children, and then be able to look after yourself as well. If that is not athletic, if that is not a quality of an athlete, then I don't know what is. Although I work with women from a different lens, I work from the lens of behavior change, right? And yeah, I help them lose weight, feel amazing in their skin and all that goodness. But my approach may surprise you because I merge psychology and physiology because these two things are very connected. And this is a nice segue into our conversation today. So I had an amazing conversation with an athlete this morning. She's an amazing mom. She's a journalist. She's a single mom. She's incredible. I love working with her. I love walking alongside her and seeing the transformations that she's been having. So as we were having a conversation, she just mentioned this, like, oh, yeah, you know what? I need to kind of manage my finances as well because I don't manage those well and have to do this and have to do that. So I slowed her down a little bit. I was like, okay, we spoke about quite a bit there in that past minute. What would you want us to touch on? I heard you talking about not managing your finances. I heard you talking about wanting to add in more movement into your day. And what is it that you want to kind of talk about? And she goes, let's talk about the finances thing, because it's interesting that you picked that up. Why did you pick that up? And I told her, well, tell me how it feels. How are you mismanaging your finances, right? She goes, well, every time I have money, I just want to spend it, right? And she couldn't really explain herself. She goes, I don't know, I just want to spend it. It's like, I don't value money. And I was like, well, do you think you're spending it because you don't value money, or is it something else? And she goes, yeah, I don't know. I think it could be something else because I know the money is important. I work hard for earning. I'm a single mom. So, ideally, I need to be careful with my finances, right? And then I was like, okay, is this how it plays out? So I gave her a scenario, right? And I told her, okay, when you have money, when you get paid or you receive a chunk of money, do you feel this level of discomfort inside you? Like, oh, I have money now. Oh, I need to spend it. Oh, okay. I need this level of discomfort that you can't explain. That's just inside you, right? And the moment you spend it, there's this relief, like, okay, I don't have money anymore. That's gone. There's literally this sigh of relief inside. And she goes, yes. Oh my God. How did you know that? Then I reminded her of one of our initial conversations that we had. And I told her, do you remember when we first started to talk? And I told you that we all have a thermostat, right? Inside us. It's almost like the temperature thermostat to measure the temperature, but this one, it measures various things in our lives. It measures how we feel about our body. It measures the amount of money we make, the amount of money we are comfortable with. It measures our capacity to love and be loved. So it measures all of these things, and all of these things are set at a certain comfort level. So there's a certain comfort level where we're comfortable with the size of our body, a certain level where we're comfortable with how much money we make, right? A comfort level is how much we love and be loved, right? And this level is dictated by our conditioning, right? And it's dictated by our conditioning. And every time you go out of this conditionings, out of this thing that you're comfortable with, aka in your case right now, making money, the thermostat is moving from what it's used to, right? From having a limited amount of money to a lot of money in the bank. It's moved from the condition. Now it's uncomfortable. And inside, like, oh my God, I have too much money now. Like, do I even deserve to have this much money? This discomfort is coming, is rising inside of you. right? And it's not logical. It's not conscious. It's a subconscious thing based on your conditioning. And until you get rid of that money, that discomfort will stay. And this is one of the reasons why we see people who win lottery, go and look it up. They finish the money so quickly. They end up losing it buying silly things. Why? Because they're not used to handling that amount of money. Why? Because of how the thermostat is set, because of the condition that's already being ingrained. And this applies to everything in life, right? The same thing. Have you found yourself trying to lose weight? Trying to lose weight, right? You lose weight, but then you self-sabotage yourself, and you know what you're doing. It's like watching a train wreck happening, and you're an observer. You know you can stop it, but you're not stopping it. You're literally watching yourself crash, and it's almost like you feel like you can't do anything about it. That's exactly what happens. So you've lost this bunch of weight, but then you automatically end up self-sabotaging it. Why? Because it's a new comfort. It's uncomfortable for you. It's against your conditioning. If you're someone who used to being at 100 kilos, and this is how you've defined yourself, I'm someone who's 100 kilos, I'm someone who makes jokes about my weight, right? So that other people don't make jokes about my weight. I'm the funny person, and I'm a heavier person, so I may as well be the funny person in the group, right? And now I've lost 40 kilos, I'm now 60 kilos. Like, oh my God, where am I? What is my identity now? I'm not used to this new me. If I'm not the funny person, then who am I? Are my friends going to like me, right? Am I going to be arrogant now? Am I going to show off now, right? It's all new to you. So what do? You self-sabotage to go back to the weight that you're used to. And we do this all the time. We don't understand why we do it, but we do it. And if you're someone who feels worthless internally, how you feel worthless in one area of your life, if you're someone who doesn't feel good enough to be a certain size or feel a certain way about her body, those feelings are going to go in all the other areas of your life. If you're someone who doesn't feel good in her skin, that she's not worth it, why should she be the one to look sexy and feel sexy and be attractive and all that? So why do I get to do that? You know, that's going to show up in it. Why would I deserve to have all this money? Oh my God, no, I don't deserve all this money. You're not thinking this, but your subconscious mind is doing all of this because it's what it's used to, right? And what you tend to find is when you change in one area of your life, when you reframe how you think about yourself and feel about yourself, and you challenge that conditioning, those thoughts, you find all the other areas of your life changing. Why? Because how you do one thing is how you do everything else. So if you're someone who's struggling, right, with your weight, and you feel worthless, right, and not good enough, look at all the other areas of your life where you have the same behaviors, always trying to please other people because internally you don't feel good enough. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. It's one of the reasons why I stopped only coaching people on nutrition and exercise. Because it's not about food. It's not about food. You don't need another diet plan that you can't stick with. You don't need another exercise plan that you're only going to do for 3 weeks and stop and make excuses for not doing it. Those are the things that you need. Those are not the things that you need. You need to look at the reasons. Okay, why? Why do I always start and stop this? Right? Why, even though I'm getting results, I always self-sabotage? Why are things going really well when life is good? But whenever life is steering me in different ways, whenever I'm out of routine, so is my nutrition. Why do I end up emotionally eating? Why do I use food as a coping mechanism? Understanding those reasons why and changing those reasons why is what's going to help you lose that weight long term. It's how you stop wavering from one end of the extreme of over restriction, of the keto diet, of cutting out carbohydrates because they're enemy, to overeating because you've been restricting so much and you got bored and now you want all the things that you've restricted yourself. That cookie that you didn't even have 3 weeks ago because you were not allowed to, now you're having boxes of them and you just can't stop, right? You're focusing on the wrong stuff. People focus on the wrong stuff. You're moving the wrong blocks. It's nothing to do with nutrition. The meal plan is just a temporary band-aid, right? And this is why I created the program that I created. This is why I work the way I do. And this is why the athletes who are in my programs are actually, they're losing weight and they don't even know what they're doing to lose it. They call it magic. It's not magic. It's just mindset stuff, right? But because they're doing it in a way that they never thought of it before, they've never tried before, and then suddenly, oh my God, I can actually lose weight without overthinking about food. I can actually lose weight without hating my body. I can actually lose weight while enjoying my cakes and cookies. I can actually lose weight without constantly thinking about food and what to wear. I can actually enjoy moving without stress. Yeah, that's how it plays out when you move the right rocks. Okay? So 2 things I want you to get in this video. Number 1, how you do one thing is how you do everything. The conditioning, that is set. And every time you move out of it, you'll be uncomfortable. And you'll want to get back unless you're able to challenge that and stay there, stay with the discomfort, be okay with the discomfort. And often that is really hard to do alone because our voices are pretty strong. We have a habit of believing them. We have a habit of believing our thoughts. So if your voice is the only voice that you're hearing, that can be really hard, right? The second thing, if you're struggling to lose weight, if you find yourself going from one end of the extreme to the other, of restriction to overeating, it's got nothing to do with food, mate. You're not gaining weight because you love food so much because you're constantly hungry. No. Chances are that's not it. There's something else underlying that. And unless you explore that, get curious around that, you'll always forever stay in this sort of swinging from one end of the street to the other. Okay, that's it for me. If you can resonate with this, if you want to have a conversation about my new program, let's talk. And also just to say, I only have 10 slots, and I'm not saying this for scarcity. People who work with me know how much attention I give them. So I have to limit the number of people that I'm working with. I'm only looking for 10 people for this program. It's 12 weeks. The first 5 people get to work with me for 20 weeks instead of 12. Okay? So if I sound like the coach for you, if you're ready to be challenged, if you're ready to truly transform your life beyond the size of your body, the size of your body is the easiest thing to change, right? If you're ready to transform your life beyond the size of your body, let's have a conversation. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.